The age of the influencer is over. The time of the buck has come.
He's gotta be on something.
Steroids. How come you always think my guys are the ones that use them?
Okay. All right, this is take two. Take one, kind of boring, and I was running out of things to say. But the first thing I said was about how skinny I've gotten. Although my legs are still big, but that's my main thing. I don't want to put that picture up back when I weighed like 205 pounds in 2019. My brother said that's when I had AIDS, and he's probably not wrong. I didn't literally have AIDS. I just looked like I had AIDS. So anyways, when I did my press, when I peaked for that cycle, that was on July 1st. My morning weight was 285. Yesterday morning, July 13th, was I weighed 268 pounds. And holy shit, you can see my ass. Well, that's just some skin. I mean, there's yeah, there's a little bit of rip in these shorts, but it's like I said, until they can't stay up on their own or they just disintegrate, I'm gonna keep wearing them. Because I can't wear my gray shorts just because they're obscenely revealing. And anyways, and my 100% male audience definitely doesn't want to see that. Oh my goodness. I can't remember when the hell I tore that, but anyways, I was just doing this. I have a Discord, and if you want to get on the Discord, it's invite only now. And so you have to message me on Instagram if you want to get invited in, because I got to see who you are. So I got to be the vet, or do vetting, I guess. I don't know, vet. Jeez, I think I need another coffee. So anyways, we were doing like a political compass thing, and I'm like, I don't know, somewhat libertarian right, but not very low on the, I don't know what axis that is, the vertical axis, not very low. I think you'd have to answer the questions. Some of the questions are loaded, and you don't have enough options. There's only agree, disagree, strongly disagree. Some of the answers you should be indifferent to. Or they're not phrased right, or they're kind of missing some background information that might be the reason why some things are the way they are. But like one of the questions is like, well, I mean, first of all, who the hell wouldn't disagree with this? If it was like, if abstract art has no point, then it shouldn't be considered art at all. And frankly, it's like, yeah, it's just fucking doodling. It's not even doodling. It's freaking ugly, lots of it. But then some like smart person is going to try and convince you that it's pretty. Get the hell out of here. You going to tell me that rap music's good next? Jeez. So anyways, these chin-ups, even though the weight's gone up from, workout to workout since I finished my cycle, my body weight's been going down, so it's actually, though the dumbbell's heavier, the total chin-up weight actually isn't. And so if I weighed 268 yesterday, that's like 335 pounds. About 335 pounds. How many 335 pounders do you know that can do 5 chin-ups? Probably 0. And one thing that I just think is crazy is about how the average person doesn't even work out. Because, if you're watching this sort of thing, you probably work out. Could you imagine not working out and being a fucking Jello person? That would be freaking terrible. Or just being like they have stick arms, stick legs, belly, and then you're not ashamed of it. Because that's the average person, at least in Canada, that is. the average Starbucks customer. And since when did coffee? Since when was it something that has like 65 grams of sugar considered coffee? I don't know. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm like a grouchy old person. But coffee used to just be it's like black acidic liquid, not a freaking milkshake. And so, anyways, I'm doing 405 today. I got the belt a little tighter. I'm on the 3rd notch, and I'll probably get down to just the 2nd notch at my skinniest before I start my next cycle, which will be starting in September. I'll do 1,500 milligrams of test. That's what I'm planning on doing. Might use less than that. Might use more than that. Probably leaning towards more than that because that's just my style. And so I'll start taking that in September. And then the 1st or 2nd week, probably like the 2nd week of October, then I'll go for my 500 for 20 squats. And I'm planning on doing that at the gym. The commercial gym, that is. And maybe it'll get more views. Because people probably see these videos and it's probably like the garage is so ugly that maybe people don't even want to lay their eyes on it. But Chad's been going to the commercial gym for a while, and he says that the old days when he used to work out here, because it's also more of a social thing than he gets to see his friends and whatever. But when you go here, there's like nobody bothering you, and you get a good equipment. All right, is that hair? Oh, I thought I lost another fucking hair. Every time I lose a hair, I cry. So let's just say that there's a lot of crying. There's a lot of weeping being done. I'm like a weeping willow. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, I gotta shave. I don't let my facial hair grow in too much. I don't like the beard. Well, I can't really grow a proper beard. I probably could grow an ISIS beard, but this is too thin. This is like non-existent right here, and I have like nothing right here. So I could either be Amish or Mennonite. 3,000 a month? No way. This guy has no idea. I told him that this guy we know who's on Twitch now. It has to be more. It has to be more than $3,000 a month Canadian is. I mean, there's lots of people that make that. But $3,000 a month, 3 times 12, that's $36,000 a year. That's like nothing now. After taxes, that's like nothing. The apparently average wage in Canada is $34 an hour. So $3,000 a month. It can't be that low. Anyways, he's doing Twitch. He plays Dark and Darker. It's a well-made game. Well, my friend says the game shit. I think it's okay. It is a cool sort of setup. So anyways, I got shave. I got my Harry's razor. It's fucking dirty. Okay, and so this segment is called Shaving with Coffee. Okay, I'm zoning. This might affect the sort of. Good thing it's not my. Good thing these Harry's razors are really good. Although this thing's fucking old, and good thing I don't have much facial hair. But this might be the new meta for shaving. There we go. It's acidic. There's a chemical reaction that's having with my skin, but also with the blades, and so basically, it's like an enchantment on the razor blade. Okay, and then I got to drink that after. I don't want to fucking waste some instant coffee grinds. So this isn't too bad. I know the camera's not picking up my facial hair very well. All right. Because I need a higher fidelity camera. No, I don't, because then this is. Anyways. So yeah, it's like an enchanted weapon. You know, in Diablo 2, you put a ruby in your sword, then it does fire damage. You put a skull in your sword, and then it does more damage to undead. Is that how the skull works? No. I can't remember what the skull does. Purple, I think, adds strength. Topaz, lightning damage. Emerald, poison. Poison sucks. I remember I had 2 crystal swords that had 6 perfect emeralds in them each. That wasn't too bad, but Diablo 2, it's all about crushing below. Alright. That's why if I was a medieval warrior like Ajax. Well, that was in Medieval. That's back in like Troy. Troy. I'd be using a hammer, not just because my dexterity's terrible, and I have no athletic ability whatsoever, but because when you're huge, you got to use a fucking hammer or a giant axe. I know you're thinking, Gimli's short, he uses an axe, but Gimli's short, but stout, okay? And he's pretty strong. He did a bench press with a warg, okay? Yeah, so, the underside is where lots of the hair is. And then I have moles on my face. Usually you can just go right over those, but sometimes you if it like cuts it, the thing will like bleed for days. I assume it's some sort of like, it's similar to a skin tag. Like when I did surgery on myself, I cut off a skin tag with a scalpel. That was freaking hardcore. Okay. Oh man, because some skin tags are so small, but this one was a bigger one, so it had its only blood supply. That was freaking bloody. That was a bloody mess. And so the Nescafe, everyone's going to be doing this. The Nescafe Intense Shave. Soon enough. It's like my friend said. The sales in zinc sunscreen are going to be going through the roof after my video dropped. So any, Sun Zapper Canada, if you want to send a check my way, I'll take it. I accept it. Oh. That tearing noise, that means that this is more of an axe or a cleaver than it is a sword. Remember, that's more my style though, because I'm huge. I don't know what the heck I was getting at. Yes, the coffee shave. Oh, I guess I got a mole over here too. The coffee shave. I don't know if I'm gonna drink it. That might be too gross. Yeah. This has everything to do with weightlifting, because part of weightlifting is looking good, right? And if you want to be a clean shaven sailor, well, I'm not a sailor. I hate going on the sea or on the water. Okay. Now it's starting to pull. It's getting a little uncomfortable. This is still better than dry shaving. I've done that before. If you're a brown guy, you definitely can't do this. Apparently, being less hairy, although that's not the case for the rest of my body now because of androgen use. Except for some reason, my gut or my torso, my chest and my stomach or my abdomen was hairy before I used gear. But I'm not naturally hairy. You can see how thin my eyebrows are. Apparently it's supposed to be some sort of adaptation, having thicker eyebrows or more hair. Thicker eyebrows means that it keeps the sweat out of your eyes and you can work more easily. So apparently I'm meant to be an intellectual and not sweat. But that hasn't happened yet. I'm still young though, despite what some people say. So I could still be an intellectual eventually. We'll see. We'll see. And then the extra body hairs to keep you warmer. And so other than like the tunic on the front, my apron of hair that I have, it's gotten thicker because now so you can see right there that line, how my chest hair is growing up into my face. Ow, I think I cut something. Shit. Yeah. Normally I just shave in the shower, and then when I come out, I notice that I missed a bunch of spots. This is probably gonna be the new thing. This will be the new halftime show. It's better than the Super Bowl. Super Bowl's halftime show. You want to listen to some bad music? I remember I was watching the Super Bowl a few years ago, and it was some like group was called The Weekend, or maybe I think it was called The Weekend. Man, how'd you come up with that freaking name? The shit is called it Party Time. That's the level of fucking creativity that there is now in the Hollywood music industry. Because all those big pop acts, they're just like Hollywood. I was gonna take a fucking sip of this. They're just like Hollywood, kind of cookie cutter. I don't know, 4-minute, 3-hook monstrosities. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I know some guy in this comment section is gonna say, it's like, that's not how you shave. That's why your skin sucks. My skin sucked before I started shaving like this, and this is my first time. Okay? So don't break my balls. And it's slowly getting better because I'm not using Trenbolone, because the Trenbolone made my skin break out. And then I restarted the tretinoin usage. And the tretinoin just kind of smooths out your skin a little bit. It makes the skin pretty tight it takes a while to adapt to it, but what people do is they use like a retinol, or not retinol, but like a moisturizer on top of the tretinoin to kind of counteract the drying out effects, because the drying out makes your skin really tight and it'll start flaking, and that looks kind of ugly. I do have some retinol, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay. Retinol. This is called Maritime Naturals Retinol Moisturizer with Vitamin E and Hyaluronic Acid. Okay. This thing is razor spent. I'll just put this cover back on here. Anyways. Ow. So, this stuff, I don't know if it's available in America, but this stuff smells so freaking good. It's like it's kind of like an orange creamsicle. If you ever had one of those, it's a really nice smell. But anyways, that. And the thing about retinoids, which retinol and the difference between tretinoin, which tretinoin is a retinoid, a topical retinoid, and it's immediately converted into retinoic acid, while retinol is only about 2% of it is converted into retinoic acid. So, yeah, using both of them probably doesn't cause much of an issue. Retinol is also it's vitamin A, and it's found in like liver. And then there's also beta carotene. Beta carotene is like another form of vitamin A, but your body, I think, has to convert beta carotene into retinol, so that's why beta carotene is not as good of a source of vitamin A as retinol from liver. And Leo in Longevity, his recommended dosage for retinol, or what you would do, is to eat like a really small portion of liver every day, and you get a bunch of other minerals and good stuff in there at the same time. That's not that bad. I guess the hairs are pretty short. It's like, I don't know, it's Sam Hyde said. I mean, if you're gonna if you like hawk up a loogie, or if you get one in your mouth, you want to re-swallow that, because you don't want to lose maybe not, I guess you're detoxing in that case, but yeah. So my face is kind of sore. I think I'm gonna go I'm gonna go wash it, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, rant time. But before, I'd like to introduce my lunch. Okay, Goy Slop, brought to you by Zayers. Okay. This food will instantly turn you into a normie. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go take out a car loan. And you know what? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think I'm gonna what else do? Let me if you want to be a total cookie cutter, yeah, I gotta get a car loan. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start drinking too, because I have this sudden need to fit in. I have this sudden need to be accepted by stupid people. Yes. And maybe one day I'll have a Bugatti. Once I get my Bugatti, I will have escaped the matrix of vanity, achieved with a $1 million supercar. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yes. So I just did my deadlifts. Thankfully, my back didn't break. I didn't go spinal. Okay. Because, that would have just ruined my whole day. But basically, once I pulled on the bar, my back felt fine. You need that. If I didn't have the belt, though, I would have been in deep shit. So, I didn't want to. That was supposed to be 8 reps. Part of the plan, like last week, but I wasn't planning on having a back tweak, and so 6 reps is pretty good. All right, 627 pounds and then in change. Okay, so anyways, I went to the store, and then what's beside Zayre's, the grocery store, LCBO. Okay, I don't know exactly what that stands for, but there's a monopoly on liquor sales. Although grocery stores can sell liquor and wine and whatever now, but they weren't for a long time. So there's LCBO, but people mainly get their liquor from LCBO, or they get beer from the beer store. I think the beer store only sells beer. And so the workers are on strike because they, for the normal reason why public sector union workers go on strike. Okay, and they've got picket signs, and they signs that say like honk to show your support. So I didn't even know about the strike until last week. Yeah, last Friday, and I'm sitting in the parking lot because I was getting some more goy slop, and I'm eating it in my truck, and I can hear it's just a little bit down. I'm in the parking lot, but I can hear the road. That's like all this honking. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why is everyone honking? And then I can see through the trees. There's these people with picket signs. It's like, oh, that's what it is. It's gonna be one of these things. And so, anyways, I eventually finished eating, and then I decided to leave that way because I had to go that way anyways. I didn't just do this to be a douchebag, even though lots of the things I do in life kind of have the intention of douchebaggery. I have the intent of douchebaggery in plenty of my activities. And so anyways, I turn the corner, and some girl's like, yeah, she's looking right at me, and then I give her one of these. And, I drive off, and I can hear her screaming, have a nice day! Yeah, she's showing that she's the better person. She's showing that she's the better person. So I drove by today. I didn't have to go that way, but the golden voice. Look at this guy, Diego Castillo. He's going. That's the guy who just commented. So I saw some like, I don't know, 50-something woman, obviously one of the employees. She's holding a sign that says, "Billionaires want your money." Okay. They want to make a profit. They want money. Obviously, that's the do you not? They don't know how the free market works. It's like you want that thing more than more than your fiat currency or whatever sort of thing you're bartering with. Okay. That's the basics. That's the basic of trade. The basics of trade. Okay. Public school. If you haven't noticed at this point, it's worked very well because you have people that have signs that say "Billionaires want your money." Okay, Jeff Bezos. But it's with this. It said that it's written insinuating that billionaires are just greedy and they want you to be poor. Well, if you're poor, then you're gonna have less fucking spending money. Okay, and then they're not gonna be selling as much. All right, Vanderbilt with his steamships. Okay, apparently the prices went down over time because the steamships became more popular, and then travel became cheaper. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I haven't looked into the so-called robber barons in a while. I mean, obviously there's some bad things there, but you know, you've got the Rockefeller Foundation, okay, and then you get women going into the workplace mainly for collecting tax revenue, and then kids also are forced into public school to turn into this, to be made into this silly woman with the sign that says billionaires want your money. You're a public sector employee. You're striking because likely they're not getting paid enough. This is your job. You're a cashier and you stock shelves. I can learn your job in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, and you need to get paid more fucking money. Not only are you a parasitic government employee, okay? Because if someone isn't paying you voluntarily, if they're not paying you voluntarily for what you do, then you're a fucking parasite, okay? And that, you're also serving people poison. Alcohol is fucking poison. It makes you into a fucking idiot, okay? That's why they had to legalize marijuana and tax the hell out of it, okay? Because why not? People are stupid or they're easy to control. Marijuana is exactly what you need. Marijuana and alcohol. You could say maybe it's conspiracy. Maybe it's just like a maybe they don't actually want to make you dumber, but they just want to make money on marijuana. But both things are happening. Okay? So, but you need more money. Billionaires are greedy, but you're being greedy. Okay? That's greed is bad, but not when you're doing it. Get the fuck out of here. These fucking people, they're so dumb that they don't know anything about economics. They don't even know what hypocrisy is. Democracy is really fucking good, people. The world is fucked. The world is fucked. Oh man, I think I'm gonna start listening to Zach Bryan. You know, actually, I think I'm gonna find a single mom and I'm gonna pay for someone else's kids. Yeah, I'm gonna step up. I don't know what it is, but I suddenly have the urge to listen to rap music. Yeah. So, I digress. Let's talk about some weightlifting things. All right. Music. Here we go. Someone commented on my music. Yeah, I know, Electric Wizard. So, I don't know what that has to do with weightlifting, but the back tweak. I'll probably have a stiff old man back for a few more days, maybe 5 more days. But I'll live, and so will you. Hopefully, you don't get the ultra tweak. Yes, and that might be past a tweak. Yes, twerk. I don't know about you guys. I think twerking's disgusting. That it's just not appealing to me at all. It's I think it comes from Africa. It's some sort of like mating ritual. It's just ugly. It's just ugly. Even if I was on Tren, which was just last week. Even when I was on Tren, which, you know, messes with your head and makes, you know, like I said, it makes a 4 into a 7 and a 7 into a 10. Even in that state, twerking to me was still ugly. Maybe it's, I don't know, I just don't, yeah, women doing like degenerate things like that really bothers me. Well, that's because I'm from the old world, and the old world is, well, not really, I'm not that old. But the old world's got to go. We got to progress. Society needs to progress, and by doing that, we need to muddy up the morality, blur the lines between right and wrong, and between male and female, and sumo deadlift and conventional deadlift. And then we'll be living in the brave new world, the better new world. Actually, everything's going to be better. Yeah. We we get the universal basic income, and then you'll have just enough you'll have nothing. Well, not necessarily nothing, but you'll have things that shouldn't be of value. You'll have craft dinner, and you'll have Netflix, and you'll have McFlurries. But you won't actually have anything that'll make you happy in the long term. So you're gonna have to be fed via, I don't know, conveyor belt of hedonism constantly. Instant gratification. You're gonna need a constant feed of instant gratification. Therefore, you will be tricked into believing that you're happy, and that this is what life's all about. The boomer dream, which is where you are, the thing you look forward to is your next indulgence, which is not too far off. I'm gonna get a haircut today, but it's gonna be a self-inflicted haircut. I'm just gonna take my spoon. What the hell? Oh. Right after I shave, it looked like shit. I mean, that little coffee semi-dry shave didn't really help. But anyways, my computer's booting up, and I'm gonna talk about something some guy asked me in a comment, and then I'll show off my new. I just got my supplement haul. Okay, L-glycine by CanPrev. Look at that. See, if you were a '90s kid and you had the anyway shiny. Those are the cards that you wanted. You play Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! You want the shiny card. Oh! Alright, this is Blastoise, because it's blue. Or maybe it's Lapras. Or Articuno. Who else is blue? Tentacruel. I'm just going to flex. Starmie. Starmie might be purple. Doesn't matter. Golduck. Who likes Golduck? No, Psyduck. Golduck's yellow. And stupid. N-acetylcysteine. 1,000 milligrams. So I'm going to take 2 grams a day. 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Okay, you got to take this on an empty stomach. I take this L-glycine. I take this at nighttime. Because it helps with sleep. I saw that on the Vigorous Steve sleep deep dive that he did. And you need the two of them to combine together to make glutathione. And I saw something a while ago. It was part of the anti-aging stack. And now I'm in the anti-aging phase. Well, not really. It's just that I'm not spending as much money on food and steroids. So now I feel the urge to spend more money on things that can maybe reverse the effect of the steroids, and maybe make my brain work a little better, so that I can make better content. Right, better content. My content is basically me sitting in this fucking chair, looking at the phone, while my computer's playing noises in the background. But it's still better than most of the vacuous shit you're going to find on YouTube. This guy wants me to do a tier list of, another guy wants me to do a tier list of adult hobbies. Okay? And he said that Lego is autism tier. Well, is beer drinking a hobby? It seems to be that way. That's just going to be like fat idiot tier. Golf, silly billy tier. That's an insult to silly billies. Golf's not bad. It's just that the snobs and the dude bros that just they just do it as an excuse to drink. The same thing was with baseball. Baseball and baseball and golf. These like guys in their 30s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, they just play baseball to drink beer afterwards and talk about stupid ass shit with their other meatheads. Well, they're not meatheads, they're more like doughheads. Because I'm a meathead. I'm a dogmatic meathead, as someone said, if I remember correctly. And then another one, a guy wants me to do a tier list of fitness influencers or online fitness geeks. So, those are some good ideas. Yeah. But I gotta find this other comment. Okay, here we go. I'll open up YouTube Studio. Got my Silent Hill music playing in the background. I had that playing earlier. Let's go. Here we go. Relaxing Silent Hill music for restless dreams. A restless dream doesn't sound like you're sleeping. Or maybe it's a nightmare. 1801. Okay. People like the tier list thing. I took other people's tier list templates, but for these Fitness Geek ones, I'll see if there's already one out there, because that makes it a lot easier. That way I don't have to search up all the images and then do all this stupid crap. Okay, so this guy's question is, just a random idea. The most impressive thing to me are your squat numbers, chin-ups, and deadlifts. Hey, what about my bench? He was asking about my mindset before going into the work sets. I also like to hear more about your squat technique and how you made it work for you. So, and then a chin-up progression. So, if you can't do any chin-ups, then you just do the negatives. So you jump up and then you lower your. This is the way I thought you had to do it to get wide lats, but it doesn't really matter. This is the way you want to do it. Supinated grip. It works the lats just the same. It's just that when you use this grip, you get more brachioradialis, and when you use this grip, it's probably about the same. But this grip works both bicep heads. Brachioradialis, overrated. Unless you're an arm wrestler. So, and that's this, the thing that makes it's kind of like comes up and it's kind of like a. I don't even know how to describe it. So let's go like this. Shit, you can't see it. All right, well, I guess mine's not all that big. It's right here, okay? You already knew that. Make me stand it for nothing. So, yeah, you jump up, you do slow negatives, and you do 5 sets of 5 or something. And you're going to be really sore. And you do that for a bit. You basically do that until you can do a chin up. And then you slowly build up into doing chin ups, like full range of motion chin ups as part of the routine. You're not going to be able to do 5 sets of 5 chin ups in 2 weeks, but eventually, it's going to be you'll do 1 chin up and then 4 negatives, and then 2 chin ups and 3 negatives, or 2 chin ups and 4 negatives, and you basically want to get to the point where you can do chin ups for sets of 10, and once you can do 15 chin ups, I think, then it's time for weighted chin ups, and then you can figure out the weights that you do for that. You'd probably start with a lower weight, no matter what your body weight was when you did your 15 reps of chin-ups. And then what do I think about how did I develop my squat technique? I just copied what the Olympic weightlifters do, because when the Olympic weightlifters, because the front squat and the back squat are a lot more similar than the high bar squat and the low bar squat, because they're generally, it's a lot more quad involved and a lot less hip. And well, no, I guess the quad's probably about the same involvement, but there's less hip. It's just that the quad to hip muscle usage ratio is different between a high bar squat and a low bar squat. But you basically using that bounce off the bottom, which is a stretch reflex, that gives you a lot of momentum going back up. And so figuring out how to time that, figuring out how to time it, or when you can start going really fast into the bottom. I don't recommend. Some people drop from like my brother-in-law. He was dropping way too high. It needs to be controlled for most of it, and then for the bottom portion is when you do the drop, and then the bounce back up. It's kind of like dribbling a basketball. You have to practice it a lot to make it work. And what's my mindset? What am I thinking about for the sets? Well, first of all, you got to get, since I'm kind of relying on music now, you got to find the right music. You got to find, if it's something that's going to be really hard, it's going to probably have to be some pretty intense music. And so you probably have something like that. Songs I like for squats, what I've used. Some songs aren't really all that, they're not really all that intense, but they mean a lot to me. Deadhead by Devin Townsend. he hits a really high note at the last verse in that song. He hits a really high note, and it's fucking sweet. The version of that to listen to is the 2015 Royal Albert Hall version. Okay, it's extremely well done. And then the guitar tone's really good too. The whole band's on fire for that show. It's like a 3-hour show, and they play like 30 songs. It's freaking crazy. He sings 30 songs. And another good one is, I like Key by Devin Townsend. It starts off really slow, but it ends up pretty intense. But, you know, other metal music, depending on what you're into. But these songs mean a lot to me. Bastard by Devin Townsend. That song, that's what I did my 801 for 2 deadlift. If you even know that song, you're like, that's what you did your best lift with. Yep. The second part of that song is really good. It's epic. Okay, and not in the nerd sense. Maybe in the nerd sense. Centipede by Strapping On Lad. Skeksis. You know what? I guess you can find things that pump you up, but that's for me. And for 20 rep squats, it's a little different. It needs to be a song with a more sustained, intense part. Centipede's still good for that. Namaste by Devin Townsend. What the hell is it called? Detox by Strapping On Lad. I have some of my own music. Yeah. Anyways. Each workout, you should know what weight you're going to do for how many reps. Okay? You should already know that ahead of time. Don't wing it when you go into the gym. That's not training. Okay, that's fucking around. Even if your workout is hard, you know, that feels good. But if you're training, you're doing this weight for this many reps, and then next time you're going to do a little more, like Greg Doucette says. He's wrong. He's right about that sort of thing. Okay. All right. Sure. Okay. Probably can't see the guys, but this is the fitness influencer tier list. This is a YouTube fitness influencer tier list. And frankly, this is a template that I just found on here. I don't even know half of these guys. Simeon Panda, I've heard of this guy. Steve Cook, never heard of him. Never heard of him. I've heard of this guy and this guy. Joe Fazer, this guy. Okay, here we go. We gotta make this tier. S tier. There's no Vigorous Steve. What kind of freaking tier list is this? This is a freaking normie tier list, okay? Athlete X. Need to watch the content that they are supposedly trying to provide. Go the fuck away. That's not how you spell it. There you go. Jeez. C tier. Where's Lean Beef Patty? She's my favorite. You know, I'll be honest. If you watch it, just be honest. Okay. Are people just tuning in? People are just pretending not to be tuning in to Lean Beef Patty to look at her ass. Okay. Not that I did that. Well, I gotta no. Here we'll go name by name, and then we'll go by name, and then I'll get inspirations for all these. This will be not bad because there's no Vigorous Steve, okay, and there's no Leo. Filion can be not bad because at least he's funny, at least he has talent, okay. I don't. Does he even do lifting videos? Doesn't matter. He has more talent than most of these guys combined. Will Tennyson, you have no. Oh yeah, here we go. This will be the thing. No muscle. Okay. There we go. Right here. Will Tennyson. Shredded Sports Science. His thing is having an English accent. You know how much funnier you have to be if you have an American or a Canadian accent? Well, I mean, the sort of accent that I have. You know how funny I can. It's on. Comedy's on hard mode, but frankly, if you have an accent, English accent, Chinese accent, South African accent, whatever, all those South African accents kind of ugly. Same thing with Scottish accent, but it's way freaking easier. Like the things Arnold can say, you just say like basic. You just talk and you're funny. Okay, Athlete X. Here we go. That guy was big for a little bit. Then everyone's like, "Oh, he is a twink. Joe Delaney. Just look at your picture, dude. Male thought. Okay, oh, Wheels here. I like Larry Wheels. Hey, guys. You know, a PR isn't just getting a new lift in the gym. Sometimes PR is seeing how many brain cells you can lose from a slap from a big ass Hawaiian dude. Not bad. Here we go. That's the special tier just for Larry. I might have to do a bunch of custom tiers. Half there or Bjorn. Oh, here he can go up here. Let's go. Let's go. At least he's left. Larry Wheels. It's I was like tuning in religiously. It seemed like he drops a video. My brother and I would go watch it when he was doing his powerlifting progression. I don't really blame him for not doing that. I mean, he's getting into his later, but like he does the whole spiel about he's saying like you know I gotta be concerned about my health because I'm getting older. You know I've got a wife and eventually we're gonna have kids. And then he takes a fucking slap from the huge Hawaiian guy. Come on, dude. Steroids are bad. You just suffered a freaking like some serious fucking brain damage from that. It's like what? That's the video right after. Oh man. Bat guy. Is this a real? Does this guy actually show himself? I thought he just did like meme compilations. We'll put him in here. This is the indifferent tier B. For yeah, we'll call it this. My tier lists are like none other. Ben Francis. Like he's probably one of these noble natties. I don't care if you're natty, but you're one of these guys. It's like you're not even like if you're gonna be a natty and you're gonna saying natty is just really normy. Buff dudes. Does anyone find these guys funny? I guess they do have muscle. What do we got? We gotta add a row. Yeah. There we go. There we go. It's not necessarily a linear tier list, okay? Eddie Hall, I like Eddie Hall. Some of the stuff he does. Here we go. We'll put Eddie Hall up there. Stoltman Brothers. I wish these guys spoke English. Okay, but they're all right because they're actually weightlifters. Nick, what does this guy do? That guy's no muscle. Silly Billy. Oh my goodness, Chris Guzman. Elliot Burton. Oh, here we go. There's I don't know, Andrew Tate mixed with Ziz. There we go. Oh, this looks like my little buddy Corey. Okay, Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette has I just don't the yelling gimmick. That's everyone talks about how that's gotten old from them. I haven't heard everyone say that because clearly it hasn't gotten old for like a few million people that follow him. But I'll put this here just because he's actually strong. Okay, Zach Perna. This guy's got muscle. His legs don't really look all that big, but they're lean. We'll put this here too. Brandon Harding. No, he's got the right last name. He's looking pretty hard there. That's my silly Billy comment for the day. Put him there. Chris Bumstead. Everybody likes Chris Bumstead, except for supposedly. I think it must have been some sort of screw up. This guy went out to some girls, and there's like an entire industry on YouTube, and it's designed basically to make men and women hate each other, because they'll go interview. The guys go find some like drunk or the lowest IQ college girls that they can find, and they ask them questions. They're like, "Who's done more for society, men or women?" Why are you asking the dumbest person that? Dumb people don't have any freaking humility. And then it's like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, obviously women have a big effect on society because they're the ones that are raising the kids. Poorly, maybe, and sometimes it's good, but that whole industry is like a terrible thing to imbibe in. If you're either of the, although it's the stuff that I see, it seems to be like more of like a male biased thing. Unless maybe there's always a few female viewers, unless it's my channel, which is 0% female. Whatever, I'll take what I can get. We'll put Chris Bumstead up here. Okay. David Lade. Did I? This is the guy that came out about being a fake natty, I think. Yeah. You can go there. He's freaking puny. He probably doesn't even squat 500. Jeff Nippard. Some of these are a little too mean. Okay. Like an indifferent one, mainly. The not bad one. We'll I don't know. We'll come back to Jeff Nippard. He's my buddy. Joe. Okay. Just some skinny dude. He's got the aesthetic. He trains for aesthetics. This means you're skinny. That means you're just lean. I don't care. Mike Thurston. Matt does fitness. One of these guys is a sumo deadlifter. So you got to go away. You're both going away, actually. Rob Lipset. Oh, this guy's like what's that called? Chippendales. He's like a Chippendales guy. Simeon Panda. This guy's looking pretty mean, so I don't want to piss him off. We'll put him up here. Steve Cook. Man, it'd probably be better if I looked some of these guys up. Just a minute. Nah. Steve Cook, indifferent. Okay. Jeff Nippard. Alright, where are we going to stick him? Yeah. OnlyFans. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll have to just. I'm pretty sure I'll just estimate. Let's say we did some sort of like voting system. We took a vote on it. I'm just guessing that it would probably be in that tier, or it would be we'd make a new tier for him, but I don't have anything right now. So there we go. There you have it. And let me know what you think. Was I way off on some of these? Who else would you add to these lists? Lean Beef Patty. Where would she go?